students, in this particular video we will be studying about the cell. Okay, if you want to learn more about cell, then you are at the right place. So let's begin with the topic. Cell is the basic structure unit of the living thing. What does the basic structure unit of the living thing mean? The basic thing, okay, the fundamental thing. That means smallest or tiniest thing that are combining to form a large body, okay, is known as the basic structure. Okay, for example, you take the wall of your house. If I tell you to count the number of bricks that are making up the wall of your house, can you count it? No. In the same way, we also cannot count the number of cell that is making us. Okay, likewise the brick are making the wall. In the same way, cell is making a body. Got it? Now coming to the discovery of the cell. Cell was discovered by Robert Hooke in the year 1665. In what did he discover that cell? He discovered that cell in a cork. What is cork now? Cork is a wooden lid, alright, and he saw the cell in the wooden lid with the help of a simple microscope. What is simple microscope? Simple microscope is just a magnifying glass, you can tell. In that magnifying glass, he saw the compartment of the cell. Okay, what kind of compartment? Like a honeycomb, alright. In a madhumakhi ka chhata, you can see that there are the tiny boxes, small boxes, right? Those boxes kind of thing. He saw the same kind of structure when he saw the cork with the help of a magnifying glass. Okay, and then he named each compartment, each box को उन्होंने क्या नाम दिया? Cell नाम दिया. Alright, now coming to the next part, that is the cell theory. Cell theory was given by Sheldon and Son in 1838. Alright, all organisms are made up of one or more cell. It states that all organisms are made up of one cell, or it can be made up of more than one cell. But no matter what, all the living organisms, they are made up of cell. Okay. Now, new cell arise from pre-existing cell. Pre-existing means already existing. मतलब जो new cell होता है वो पुराने cell से ही divide होके बनता है. Alright, all cell have similar structure and function, though they are of different type. That means no matter the cell are different, okay, but the inner composition of the cell are always same. ठीक है, जो अंदर का जो चीज़ होता है cell के अंदर वो हमेशा same होता है. Now coming to the number of the cell, okay, depending on the organism, okay, they can be unicellular or multicellular. Okay, when we talk about unicellular organism, you can take the example of bacteria, you can take the example of amoeba. Okay, they are made up of single cell. Uni means one. Okay, when we talk about multicellular organism, they are made up of more than one cell. Okay, that means two cell. If an organism is made up of two cells, they are also multicellular. If the organism is made up of million or billion of cells, then also they are multicellular. We are multicellular organism because we are made up of so many cells. Okay, now coming to the next part, that is the size of the cell. Okay, the size of the cell are different depending on their function or the type of the cell. For example, you take one egg. Okay, you can see egg, you can feel egg, you can eat egg, isn't it? Can you see bacteria? Can you feel bacteria? Can you eat bacteria? No, right? That means the cell, the same cell, single cell, some can be big also, some can be small also. Okay, depending on their type, they can be small or they can be big. Can you see our cell? No, we can't see our body cell because our cell are very small. Alright, but we can say egg. Okay, now you see the smallest cell is mycoplasma and the largest cell is ostrich egg. Okay, and the longest cell is human nerve cell. Alright, now coming to the next part, that is the shape of the cell. You see, cell can be round also, it can be spherical also, it can be elongated also. So let's see what all shapes the body cell are having. Now you see long and pointed end, that is muscle cells. Muscle cells are long and they are pointed. Okay, and the next you see long and branch. Nerve cell, they are long and they are branched at the head. Okay, and you see spherical, that is the RBC. Alright, they are spherical. And you see non-defined shape. Some cell have non-defined shape. Those are WBC and amoeba. Okay, amoeba also their cell is not defined. That was how they take food. They take food with the help of pseudopodia, right? Pseudopodia is a false leg that outgrow when wherever that amoeba it finds food. That means it is not having a definite shape. And the WBC in our body is also same. The WBC in our body is also not having a definite shape. Alright, I hope this part is clear to you. Okay, so I hope you got what is cell now. Cell can be of any shape, it can be of any size. Okay, it can perform any function, but no matter what, it is the basic unit. Okay, basic unit means the main unit or the smallest unit which makes up a living organism. Alright, in next part we will be studying about how we can view the cell under a microscope. Alright. Hello students, today we have come up with the topic viewing the cell. Alright, in this topic we will be studying how to view the cell under a microscope. This is the continuation of the previous video. Okay, and if you have not watched the previous video, please do watch that video before coming to this so that you can understand it in more clarity. Okay, so let us start the topic. You see, the microscope was discovered by Antoine van Leeuwenhoek. I have written in the first line, isn't it? Why is that so? We are studying about viewing the cell, and why are we studying about microscope? That is because to view the cell, the instrument which is very important to us is microscope. Alright, until and unless we don't know the importance of microscope, we will not be knowing the importance to view the cell. Okay, now let us see why is there a requirement of microscope. Alright, cell are very small in size, that is they are microscopic. Alright, only some cell like that of egg they are big, but many cell or the most of the cell they are very small or microscopic. Okay, so to view such cell we need to have some kind of instruments. Okay, till the discovery of a compound microscope we used to use a simple magnifying glass, alright, to see the cell. But after the discovery of compound microscope by Antoine van Leeuwenhoek, it has made us so easy to see the cell. After that only we have come to know the cell in more clear way. Alright, and then we are now able to study the whole part of the cell. Even what is present inside the cell, that is also known now, isn't it? Previously it was tough for us to know even the shape or size of the cell, but now you think we can also study the internal structure of the cell. And why is it important to see the internal structure of the cell? So that we can find the different kind of disease condition, so that we can know the metabolism processes going on inside our body, isn't it? That is why all these things are very important to us. Okay, I hope you got the importance of microscope and importance of knowing the cell in more deeper way. Alright, now you see there are different type of microscope. Okay, that is compound microscope, electron microscope, simple microscope. Okay, but the mostly used microscope to view the cell is compound microscope. Okay, alright students, now let us study how to prepare a slide. Okay, our aim is to prepare and observe a slide of onion peel. Now what is onion peel? Okay, you take an onion. Okay, तो आप उस ओनियन के छिलके को निकालिए. ऑलराइट, तो उसके अंदर का जो वाइट पार्ट होता है, ऑलराइट, यू पील ऑफ दैट. एक पतला सा लेयर आएगा, उसको हम ओनियन पील बोलते हैं. ठीक है. नाउ व्हाट वी आर डूइंग इज वी विल पुट अ ड्रॉप ऑफ वाटर ऑन अ ग्लास स्लाइड फर्स्ट. ओके, and then what we do, we are placing a specimen, that is onion peel. Okay, placing a specimen in a glass slide is known as mounting. All right, and then we put a drop of methylene blue. Okay, methylene blue is a coloring agent, okay, which gives the color to the cell, because our cell is colorless. Okay, and only when we put a drop of a coloring agent, then what happens, this coloring agent are known as dye, okay, or a stain. All right, only when we are putting a drop of stain, then what happens is our cell will be visible to us under the microscope. Okay, now cover with a cover slip. Cover slip is a plastic fiber, okay, through which we cover our sample, ensuring that there is no air bubble. All right, and then we place it under a microscope and then we observe that. Okay, so when we observe it under a microscope, we'll see something like this. That means the compartment of the cell is visible. You see 1 2 3 4 5 6 like this, there are many cells visible, isn't it? And each box is known as cell. Okay, and inside the cell we will also be able to see the layer of the cell, okay, outer covering of the cell and the middle nucleus of the cell. Okay, the part of the cell is also somewhat visible. That is, this is the covering, and in the middle what is there, the content of the cell, and this is the nucleus. Okay, and now coming to the types of the slide. Okay, there are two types of slide. One is permanent and another is temporary. Okay, what is permanent means we can reuse that slide, and temporary slide we don't reuse that, we just wash and we just skip that. Okay, now see, you see, for this, for example, if this is a slide, okay, and if we are to make this slide a permanent slide, so what we do, we use some kind of fixative. Okay, for example, wax. Okay, we will place a wax around this. All right, then what happens, this this cover slip will not fall off, okay, from the slide, and we can store this slide. But if this slide is temporary, we just remove the cover slip, we wash the slide and we keep it. Okay, another important thing is mounting. Okay, while mounting, what we did, we will just put a drop of water and then we put a specimen, right? That is mounting. But there are two types of mounting again. Okay, one is wet mounting and another is dry mounting. Okay, the thing which we talked about now is wet mounting, because we are viewing a living cell, isn't it? But when we are viewing a non-living cell, we will not put a drop of water on a slide. Okay, we'll just view the cell. All right, that is the thing. I hope this part is clear to you. If you have any kind of doubt, then please do comment on the comment section below. I'll be happy to help you. And for more such video, please do like and subscribe my channel. Okay. In this topic, we'll be studying about cell membrane, we'll be studying about cytoplasm, and we'll be studying about nucleus. Why is that? Because these are the basic component that make up a cell. Okay, and if we study the basic component of the cell, then it will be more easy for us to understand the cell, isn't it? So now let us see more about cell before going to the part of the cell. Okay, you see cell, isn't it? Cell combine to form tissue, and tissue combine to form organ, organ combine to form organ system, and organ system they combine to form a body. That means what are we eventually made up of? What is the basic unit which is making up our body? That is this thing. Got the thing? Cell, they aggregate and they form a tissue. Okay, tissue, what are the tissue? They are a mass of cell which has certain function, right? And what are organ? Organ are the mass of tissue which has certain function. And what are organ system? Organ system are the mass of organ, okay, which has certain specialized function. And the whole body, they are having whole lot of different function, right? Why it is important for us to study the cell? Because they are the basic unit of a living organism, and if we study about the basic unit, then we can study about the whole organism, right? Now coming to the parts of cell, cell membrane. Okay, cell membrane is the outermost layer of the cell. It encloses the cytoplasm and nucleus. You come to here to this picture, okay, and you see this picture. You see this outer layer is the cell membrane or plasma membrane. Cell membrane and plasma membrane are same. Okay, there are two different names for same thing. And you see this white color part, it is cytoplasm. Okay, and the spherical thing at the center of the cell is nucleus. Okay, you got to know, right? The plasma membrane and the cytoplasm and then the nucleus. Plasma membrane, cytoplasm and then the nucleus. Alright, now you see it is also known as plasma membrane, right? And then it separates the cell from surrounding. Now what is the function of that? If we are doing like this, that means it is covering the cell, right? And if anything is covering the cell, that means it is surrounding the cell. And if anything is surrounding the cell, means it is surrounding the cell from the outer environment, right? And now you see, and regulate the movement of substance inside and outside the cell. If anything is there in a boundary, okay, then what happens? That thing will regulate a movement, isn't it? For example, you take the boundary of your house, okay, there is a gate from which you can come or go, right? That means plasma membrane is also like a boundary which also has a gate, alright, from which a substance can go outside the cell or it can come inside the cell. Okay, and then you see it is selectively permeable. What does this mean? This is very important thing. Selectively permeable means it will permit only certain thing, it will not permit all the thing. Okay, for example, to enter somewhere, okay, you need to show a gate pass, isn't it? In the same way, the substance which all want to enter the cell, they also need to show a gate pass to the plasma membrane, and if plasma membrane says okay, then only they can enter. All right, otherwise no, because our cell want to protect itself from the any external agent. So what if any kind of harmful organism, bacteria, virus, they are entering the cell? At that time, what the plasma membrane will do? The plasma membrane will say no, you can't enter. All right, now coming to the next part, that is cell wall. See, we are studying plasma membrane and cell wall together, but here did we study about the cell wall? No, we didn't study. But you come to the plant cell out here, you see cell wall. I have written in the first thing that I have written is cell wall, and second I have written is cell membrane, and then cytoplasm, and then nucleus, the red color border. There is no border of red color. Why is that so? Because cell wall is present only in plant cell, it is not present in animal cell. Alright, why is that? Because see, I can swing my hand, my body is flexible, right? I can move, I can walk from here and there, but can the plant move? No. If we would have cell wall, okay, we would also be like this, like plant. All right, but we don't have cell wall, that is why we are flexible. Okay, plant, do they move? No, they don't move, that is why they have cell wall. Cell wall gives extra protection to plant. Okay, why is that? Because you see, whenever there is rain, whenever there is storm, okay, any kind of natural calamities, okay, we can run, right, for the shelter, but can the plant run? No. Animals also, they come under the tree, all right, during such condition, but can the tree go anywhere and can they hide? No. That is the reason why the plant cell are provided with extra strength to cope up with the environmental condition. Okay, and that is also the reason why all the cell, they do not have cell wall, because they want to be flexible, they are motile, isn't it? That is why the more flexibility they have, that is more good for them, right? Now coming to the next is cytoplasm. Cytoplasm is a jelly like substance, okay, which is present inside the cell membrane, that means which is enclosed or circled by cell membrane. Okay, you take the room of your house, okay, and you take the wall of your house. Okay, the wall is the plasma membrane and the room, okay, inside the room is the cytoplasm, and in the middle of room you have a bed, that is nucleus. All right, now you see it is a jelly like substance in which there are so many organelles. You see here, this white color part is cytoplasm, it is, and it is jelly like, where so many organelles, cell organelles are placed. Because how is jelly? You like jelly, right? They are sticky kind, right? And in these also there are so many organelles placed. Okay, Now many important function of cell like protein synthesis, glucose breakdown occurs here. That means, see, you studied in class 7 about respiration. What happens during respiration? There is the breaking down of glucose to produce energy. Okay, that process where it happens in cytoplasm itself, that is in this part. Okay, and the protein are also made in the cytoplasm itself. Okay, I hope you got the difference between the plant and animal cell on the basis of the presence or absence of the cell wall, and I also think that you got the answer for why the plant cell they are having a cell wall and why the animal cell they are not having the cell wall, because the not having cell wall is advantageous for animal cell, but having a cell wall is again advantageous for plant cell, right? That means for the plant cell wall is necessary, and for animal cell to not have cell wall is necessary, because animal they want to be flexible, whereas plant they want to be strong. All right, in the next part, okay, and then now we'll be coming to the nucleus in the next part. Okay, hello and welcome back, students. In this video we will be studying about nucleus. In the last class we studied about the cell membrane, we studied about the cytoplasm, and now we are taking up the topic nucleus, and this topic is very interesting. So listen to me carefully so that you know everything about nucleus. Okay, come to this picture, students. Here you see I have drawn a picture of a cell. Okay, there is a plasma membrane outside the cell that we have already studied, and in between there is a cytoplasm, this white color thing, and at the center you see there is a nucleus. Okay, and the nucleus is covered by nuclear membrane. You see this blue color line is a nuclear membrane, and nuclear membrane consists of a nuclear pore. Okay, nuclear pore helps to facilitate the movement of the substance from the cytoplasm to nucleus and from nucleus to cytoplasm. Okay, and now you come to the next picture at down. You see I have written eukaryotic cell and I have written prokaryotic cell out here. Why is this? Because what is lacking in this? Okay, you don't go with the size. There was no like place, that is why I have drawn it small. Okay, but you just go with the presence or absence of nuclear membrane. That is the important thing which we are going to study here. Okay, see, nuclear membrane is present here, there is no nuclear membrane. Okay, that means the nuclear content, what all thing is there inside the nucleus is scattered all over the cell in this case, but here because of the nuclear membrane everything has been concentrated at the center. Okay, the cell having the nuclear membrane are known as eukaryotic cell, and the cell which does not have a nuclear membrane is known as a prokaryotic cell. Okay, and you see the prokaryotic cell are found in bacteria and blue green algae. Okay, but the eukaryotic cell are found in all the higher living organism, or it can also be found in the simple living organism also. Okay, but mostly all the higher living organism are made up of eukaryotic cells. Okay, and you see this black colored dot. Okay, this is nothing but this is nucleolus. All right, and inside the nucleus what we have is we have a network of chromatin fiber. Okay, this chromatin fiber is a thread like structure which is scattered all over the nucleus. Okay, it is the most important structure which is having a very diverse function. We will be studying about that now. Okay, we see here the chromatin fiber. Okay, they condense to form chromosomes. You have studied about the chromosomes, right? Chromosomes are the condensed form of these chromatin fiber. Okay, during the cell division process, okay, the chromatin thread they condense itself to form a chromosomes, and we have 23 pairs of chromosome, that is 22 are autosomes and 1 is sex chromosome. Okay, when I talk about pair of chromosome, that means 23 into 2 is 46. That means we have total of 46 chromosome. Okay, when we talk in pair or when we say in pair, then we need to say 23 pair, or if we don't use the word pair, then we have to say we have 46 chromosome. Okay, out of 46 chromosome, 44 are autosomes. Okay, and the last 45th and 46th is sex chromosome. Okay, based on the sex chromosome, the sex of a girl child and boy child are separated. I have XX, okay, in my sex chromosome, but if you are a guy, you have XY in your sex chromosome. Okay, now you see chromosome contain gene. Gene are the unit of hereditary. Now these chromosomes are made up of gene. Okay, and what are gene? Gene are the unit of hereditary. They carry the information from parents to offspring. Okay, and they are made up of DNA. Again, you see I have made the hierarchy here. The DNA, it is giving us gene, and from the gene we are getting a chromosome. That means DNA is a molecule which are joining and they are forming a gene. Okay, and these contains the information. Okay, the combination of DNA contains the information, that is gene, and these all the information they combine with one another and they form a chromosomes. Okay, and you see here gene are made up of DNA molecule. I have already mentioned that the different gene combination give different feature. That means the gene combine in a different proportion and they give a different feature. That means you see, do your sister and brother born out of same father and mother are alike in all aspect? No, you look different, you have different faces, you have different characteristics, right? But you are born out of same father and mother, but how are you different? Because of different combination of gene we are different. Okay? Some characteristics are same, okay, because we are born out of same parents, but some characteristics are again different, okay, because of the different combination of the gene. Okay, now you see, I think this part is clear to you. Okay, if you have any kind of doubt in this topic, please feel free to ask me your doubts. All right, thank you so much, and I hope you enjoyed the session. Thank you. Chapter cell structure and function, and in this video we will be studying about cell organelles. So let's start with the video. Organelles. Okay, what are organelles is like we have different organs in our body to perform certain function, right? In the same way, cell also have organelles to perform certain specific function. Okay, for example, heart, what does it do? Just comment that. Heart, it pumps blood, isn't it? And kidney, okay, what does it do? It does the filtration, isn't it? That means there are different organs in us which are performing specific function, right? In the same way, there are also different organelles which are also performing specific function inside the cell. Okay, and the shape of each and every organelle are different from one another. That means my heart, okay, is different from my kidney, right? And that is also again different from my liver. Again, my stomach is having a different structure. In the same way, there are different structure of a cell organelles. Okay, they are specialized to perform specific functions. All right, now let us see the function of each and every one. Okay, so first of all, you go to the definition out here. Okay, living parts of the cell that have definite shape, structure and function are known as organelles. Okay, they have definite shape, definite structure and definite function. Got it? Like our organ, they have definite shape, definite structure and definite function. In the same way, cell also has organelle which also has definite structure, definite shape and definite function. Okay, you come to this picture out here. This is the diagram of animal cell I have made. Okay, you see here I have written the name of different organelles. Okay, you need to memorize the name of different organelles. Okay, there is no shortcut for this. Okay, so let us try to memorize it. Okay, Golgi bodies. Okay, Golgi bodies are also known as Golgi apparatus. All right, and this red is the Golgi bodies and this dotted red is the ribosomes. All right, and then the spiral kind of is endoplasmic reticulum. Endoplasmic reticulum. All right, and then coming to this smaller kind of structure known as lysosomes. Okay, lysosomes, and then coming to the centrosome. All right, and then this is okay mitochondria, and then the vacuoles. Okay, Now let us study the function of each and every one of them. The function of vacuole is to store water, useful minerals, pigments and other substances. Okay, vacuole is the fluid filled cavity, okay, which is also covered by membrane, like the cell is covered by membrane. Okay, vacuoles are also covered with membrane, and it stores water, useful minerals, pigments and other substances. And lysosome, okay, lysosome contain a chemical substances known as enzyme. Okay, and these lysosome, it bursts out whenever the cell is in danger. That means if one cell is in danger, okay, then it can spoil the other cell. So what does lysosome do is, if they find that that cell is in danger, then they will burst and kill their own cell. So it is also known as suicidal bags. Okay, and then coming to endoplasmic reticulum, it is a reticulate like structure. You see, this kind of structure is known as tubular network. Okay, function of endoplasmic reticulum is to make, okay, store and then transport the cell product. Okay, and coming to the centrosome, centrosome is this ester kind of thing. Okay, this is only present in animal cell, this is absent in plant cell. Okay, and you see, this helps in the process of cell division. Okay, it guides the cell throughout the process of division, as well as it also helps in initiation of the cell division process. Okay, and coming to next, that is ribosome. Okay, ribosome is the site for protein synthesis. Okay, ribosome are also located in endoplasmic reticulum, or it can also be located as elsewhere also. Okay, it can be scattered in the cytoplasm also, it can be there in the endoplasmic reticulum also. All right, and this is a site for a protein synthesis, means protein are synthesized in ribosomes. All right, and coming to mitochondria, you see, this is also known as the powerhouse of the cell. Okay, we have been studying about the ATP, right? You know what is ATP? It is the energy currency of the cell. Okay, the production of ATP occurs in mitochondria. Okay, and that is why it is also known as powerhouse, means all the energy currency, that is ATP, is stored in mitochondria. Now coming to Golgi apparatus or Golgi bodies, it secretes chemical substance like enzyme, hormones and protein. Okay, Golgi bodies, this is a Golgi apparatus. Okay, it secretes enzyme, hormones and proteins are secreted by Golgi bodies. Okay, now let's come to the structure of the cell again. Okay, this piling up structure is Golgi bodies. Okay, and this reticulate type structure is endoplasmic reticulum. This red color dotted structure here also is known as ribosomes. Okay, and you see the black color vesicle like structure. Okay, black color rounded structure, this is lysosome. Okay, and then this ester like structure is centrosome. Okay, and then this long capsule like structure, you see, this structure is mitochondria, and again another rounded, this scattered thing are vacuoles. Okay, now again vacuoles are different in plant cell and animal cell. In the plant cell, vacuole are very large. Okay, half of the part of the cell is covered by vacuole in plant cell, but in animal cell, vacuoles are scattered all over the cell, but they are very small in size. Okay, in the plant cell it is larger in size. Okay, and these thing, the centrosome is absent in plant cell, but it is present in animal cell. From here I hope you got the functions of each and every organelles. Okay, this thing is very important for you, because in the higher class also we will be studying about the function of all these organelles in more detail. Okay, it is there in class 9 also. So that's all for today. Okay, and in the next video we will be studying about the plant cell and animal cell, and that will be the last part of this chapter. With this we will be completing the chapter cell structure and function. Thanks students, we are on the part 5 of the chapter cell structure and function, and in this video we will be comparing plant cell and animal cell. Okay, but I want to give you more information about another type of cell also, that is prokaryotic cell and eukaryotic cell. Okay, that is the reason why I have just changed the topic name, that is the type of the cell I have given, because I am bringing the comparison between two different types of cell. Okay, see, cell are of different type. Okay, first difference is the prokaryotic and eukaryotic cell. Okay, we learned this thing in the nuclear part, right? When we studied about the nucleus, that at that time we studied that when the cell is not having a nuclear membrane, okay, and that time what happens, the genetic material which is present inside the cell will be scattered all around the cell. You see here, okay, the genetic material which is present inside the nucleus is scattered all around. I didn't make genetic material out here, let me make it for your convenience. Okay, there are genetic material inside the nucleus, right? See, here the genetic material is scattered all around the cell, right? But here it is concentrated at a center, isn't it? That is the main key difference. Okay, because there is no nuclear membrane, okay, genetic material are scattered all around the cell, but the genetic material is concentrated at the center because of the presence of nuclear membrane. And second is membrane bound organelles are absent here, and the membrane bound organelles are present here. So sorry for this. Okay, here they are present. And you see out here, you see there are the organelles are there, isn't it? There are organelles, that means see, shape are there. Means when I told you membrane in the last video, okay, what I told about that is membrane is the outer boundary. Okay, if anything is having the boundary, we tell them these thing is membrane bound. Okay, means here the organelles are membrane bound, they all have their definite boundaries. Okay, but here you see these are the organelles which are scattered all around. Those organelles are very small and they are scattered all around. They do not have perfect shape, they do not have perfect structure. Okay, their organelles are scattered all around, our organelles are present inside a membrane. That is the main difference you need to note. Okay, now come to plant cell and animal cell. Now I think you are clear that both plant cell and as well as animal cell, they are eukaryotic. Why is that so? Because see here the picture is there, the plant cell is also having a membrane bound organelles and the animal cell are also having a membrane bound organelles, but you see here the organelles were scattered all around, right? So these are eukaryotic cell. Okay, and now we are bringing out the comparison between plant cell and animal cell, and this is the very key thing, okay, that you need to understand here. The plant cell is larger in size and animal cell is smaller in size. This is the first thing. Okay, and second is cell wall is present in plant cell. You see the red color margin which I have drawn. Okay, it is mentioned as cell wall. This thing is present in cell, but this is not there anywhere in animal cell. Okay, and plastids are present, plastids are absent. You see this green color. Okay, this green color organelle is known as plastids. Okay, they are present in animal cell, but you can you see any green color thing out here? No. Okay, there are no green plastids in animal cell. Okay, plastids are also known as chloroplast. Okay, green color plastids are known as chloroplast. You note that down. All right, and the green color plastids or the chloroplast, they contains pigment known as chlorophyll. Okay, and chlorophyll are concentrated mostly on the leaves of the plant. That is why the plant leaf appear green in color. Okay, and you see here single large vacuole, numerous small vacuoles. I told this thing in the previous video also. You see the vacuole in the plant cell, it is so large and it is single. You see this thing is the vacuole. Okay, and here there are small vacuoles. This you see, these are very small, right? Single and large vacuole. Okay, numerous and small vacuole, many and small vacuole. Okay, chlorophyll present, chlorophyll absent. This is known because plastid is not present out here. If plastid is not present, then how will be chlorophyll present, right? The chlorophyll is present in plant cell and it is absent in animal cell. And another thing, only the thing that is present in animal cell and absent in plant cell is the centrosome. All right, centrosome is present in animal cell but it is absent in plant cell, and I told you again, it helps in cell division. Okay, the last thing that I have added is photosynthetic and non-photosynthetic. Okay, since they have chlorophyll, they are photosynthetic. Since they do not have chlorophyll, they are non-photosynthetic. All right, I hope this thing is clear to you. All right, the main and the key thing is to study the diagram of both the cell. Okay, the picture of these both the cell are very important. Okay, you might get the question to draw the plant cell and animal cell. So before going for the exam, please be familiar with these two diagrams. Okay, I think now since you know the difference, it will be easy for you to memorize the diagram also, and you need to learn the name of all the organelles. That is also very important. Okay, all for today, students. If you liked my video, please do hit the like button, share and subscribe my channel. And with this, we are over with the chapter cell structure and function. Okay, and we'll be going for the next chapter. I'll be adding all these video in a single playlist so that it will be easy for you to find it out. All right, so stay tuned and please subscribe to my channel. Thank you.